This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
And a pleasant good evening live from the Macarthur Gym, where it's host of volleyball action tonight, where it's the Lady Highlanders against the Lady Titans of Carl Albert. And glad you could join us on the network on both Carl Albert and Macarthur's channels. We're going to have a very special broadcaster tonight. Looking forward to that, and I'll leave it as a surprise of who's going to be calling the games tonight. And we've also got a high school football game in action tonight. The Lawton High Wolverines will take on the Enid Plainsmen at Cameron Stadium. Their pregame should start up in about 10 minutes or so, 6:30 for a 7 o'clock kickoff. Wolverines had to face their nemesis on the west side of Eisenhower. If you missed that game, you can go back and watch on demand. It went back and forth, but Eisenhower victorious, and Eisenhower will now take on Macarthur tomorrow to see if they could win a city championship. Right now we're in the JV game of this matchup. It's a 9-4 lead for Carl Albert, and I think they split. So this is the deciding match for the best of three, and the varsity will be in action shortly after that. But coming on the broadcast right now and joining us on Facebook, we'd like for you to give us a like on Facebook. That way you can find out what we've got going on. What sporting events do you have? What's coming up next? And we always kind of advertise that. So like us on Facebook, give us a comment there. On YouTube, for those who are watching on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Then you'll get all of the sporting events with our 12 schools in action. Very easy for you to download our app on Apple and Android devices. Just search the Oklahoma Sports Network. Free to download and free to watch. And then we're on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV inside your home devices for an easy click away for all of the sports content. And this is a new school year, so we get excited this time of the year when we talk a 0 week for football. We already had 9 of our 12 schools in action, and that left 3 that weren't playing last week, one including with Carl Albert. They'll take on their rival Midwest City tomorrow. So Carl Albert, Walters, and Cache were the 3 schools that were not playing in 0 week on the network. So we have 12 schools in the network, including Jones as our latest addition, and we welcome them to the broadcast as well. And they are now 1-0 with their very impressive win in 0 week. So let's kind of have the lowdown of who we are and what we're doing and how you can stay connected on all of our social media platforms as well, not only Facebook, as we mentioned, but Instagram and also on X. So wherever you find yourself socially, you can find us there. We're going to take a little quick break, come back. It's now 11-5, and it's best of 25, or it's first to 25, win by 2. It's the 11-5. Carl Albert leads in the third and final set of JV action. We will take a timeout and be back to action right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success, and finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. it's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed, because your success is our success.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Bar S Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
Well, you got to love this time of the year because it is sports, it's fall, and they are all in action. You got to give your hats off to the young ladies who start earlier than everyone else. So as they're talking football and getting ready, volleyball's been in full swing, softball's been in full swing, and now football is just now getting started. But, you know, it's you look up and you go, wow, where did the time go? So Kat Shelton is going to be our guest broadcaster. I was so excited that when you reached out and said, you know, I would like to, you know, you still love the game of volleyball. You coached volleyball. And for you to be a part of that, I was, yes, an immediate yes. Please, let's get you up here with us. So I'll just ask you on a personal level, how was your summer? Did you have a good summer?
I did. We did a little bit of traveling with the family, and It was definitely a lot different. You know, not coaching.
Yes.
And normally I'm having volleyball stuff every single day, so It was a lot different. But it was good.
Well, this is the JV game, and did they just call it?
No, it just ended. So
okay, it just ended.
Yeah,
okay.
Now we have varsity.
Okay, varsity is warming up. So let's give the little rundown here between these two. There is a history that you can also know and carry over. They've already played each other a little bit. We will introduce the fact that this is Carl Albert and Macarthur. Both are on the network. Both are being played on the respective channels. So we'll try to be as respective as we can with both programs. But this is really a Macarthur broadcast on this side of things because when we go up to the city, we may get the Carl Albert vantage point, but you're just going to go along for the ride. So what can you tell us about these two programs?
Both programs have been really strong the last few years. You know, Macarthur going to state the last they've gone 3 times in the last 4 years. Carl Albert, they also, I know they were there at 2, maybe even 3 also in the last few years. So they're both really strong programs. And they've been top 10 schools for 5A volleyball for now a number of years. Carl Albert is still in that top 10. Now they're ranked 7th, I believe. and MacArthur right now currently at 14.
So 7 against 14, and they played each other already. And how did that go down when they met before?
Yes, so they played each other twice this season already at tournaments. They played at the Coweta tournament, and MacArthur won that matchup. And then they played again at the Carl Albert tournament, and Carl Albert took that one. So
they kind of split.
Yeah, so they're 1-1 right now in the season. So I think this will be a really good matchup.
And what will this mean for both of these programs who win here? How does that kind of set not only the ranking, but, how far are we into the season? Because your seasons go by so fast. It's because you guys start so early. Softball's the same way. Are you kind of middle way or close to middle way of the season?
So this is, we're midway right now.
Midway now. Okay.
Because games usually start about the second week of August is when the first games start, and so they.
I gotta come and give you a hug.
Midway. This is definitely midway in the season. Regionals is usually the second week of October, so we're looking at about another month left in season before regionals.
Right. Well, it's not only bragging rights, it's also, going up the ladder as far as your rankings are concerned. We mentioned Carl Albert ranked 7th, MacArthur ranked 14th. They both split when they have seen each other in tournament play, and now we're back on the home court of the MacArthur Highlanders. So we are still in warm-ups between the varsity of these, so we're going to take a timeout. Kat Shelton and myself, Eric Sherm, going to be back to bring you all the action tonight. And we're so glad that you could be along for the ride right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
When it comes to your new home or remodeling project, build it right with Comanche Home Center. Our professional staff can help you every step of the way to make sure you get the best lumber, tools, and supplies to tackle any job imaginable. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs, we make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Well, joining us here at the Macarthur Gym, along with Kat Shelton, myself, Eric Sherem, going to tag you along for a great night of volleyball between two of the OSN network teams, the Carl Albert Lady Titans and the Macarthur Lady Highlanders. So glad you could be along for the ride on a Thursday evening, where we've also got Thursday Night Football just launched over there at Cameron Stadium. It is the Lawton High Wolverines taking on the Enid Plainsmen. Lawton High had to go up against their rival, Eisenhower, and they came up short on a back-and-forth game that went down to the wire, and Lawton High on the losing end of that, and they are now 0-1. Eisenhower, by the way, will look to try to capitalize on a city championship and break a 14-game win streak for the Macarthur Highlanders, and they've got that to look forward to. And the Macarthur Highlanders, if they stop Eisenhower, they in turn can beat Lawton High and become city champs. So a lot on the line for that in football, but we're here in the volleyball matchup between Carl Albert and Macarthur. And Kat, we talked about the rivalry between these two, and what are the girls thinking right now as they get ready for their official warm-ups?
I think right now, probably, like I said, since they've already played twice before, and Macarthur winning one and Carl Albert winning one, I think they're just, for Macarthur, the last time they played, Macarthur lost, so I'm thinking they're going to want kind of like some revenge in a way. Like, we beat you the first time, and then Carl Albert won the second time, so I think Macarthur's probably looking to take back that, the win over them.
Yeah.
I think, Carl Albert is definitely on the road. As a visiting team, you always want to come and have a strong performance,
Yep. I'm going to cheat a little bit and ask you to put your coaching hat on. And so in this position, knowing that rivalry, knowing what they already did, what do you tell this team? We're going to start with Macarthur, and then I'm going to put the hat over on Carl Albert, because two different mindsets. If you're the Macarthur's coach, what are you telling the girls tonight?
Well, I think, in volleyball, one of the number one things is focusing on your serve receive and getting that first pass. So, Macarthur, he's most likely saying, we need to run our offense. You want to make sure those passes are lined up to where we can run a strong offense against this team. I think, honestly, Carl Albert, they're going to be kind of saying the same thing. Neither team wants to play where they're just relying on solely defense. Now, I know both teams have a strong front row players, and so I know that Macarthur is going to be looking to shut them down at the net, so that our back row defenders have less to do, and that's always like the first thing, kind of as a coach, is like, hey, let's stop them at the net, make it easier on our defense in the back row. So,
how much does home court have as an advantage in volleyball, if so?
It definitely, the gym energy does make a huge impact.
Okay.
It really does, because it just increases the intensity of the game. If your student section is involved, I know for Macarthur, they've had the Stomp team before. That, like having the Stomp team, I think I've seen Eisenhower, they've been having them at their volleyball games, And it makes a huge difference in the performance of the girls because it helps to keep them hyped.
Yeah. Well, and hopefully they get some of that with the home field advantage or home court advantage. Mm-hmm. We've got about 4 minutes left on the warm-up, the official warm-ups between these two. Welcome in on the broadcast for the Macarthur Lady Highlanders and the Carl Albert Lady Titans. Kat Shelton going to be doing the call play-by-play for volleyball, and myself, Eric Sherm, going to stay around for the ride. How about that? So we're going to take our timeout before we get the national anthem and the start of action right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton Fort Sill Regional Airport, just 1 mile to anywhere, offering non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth. Fast, friendly, and convenient without all the hassles. Easy parking, and with close proximity to your arrivals and departures, all in their newly renovated terminal. Here to there in just 1 mile. To book your mile to anywhere destination from LAW, log on to AA.com or call 800-433-7300.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern style pizza is our thing. Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists? It's good.
And you just had to make it so crispy and delicious.
It's perfection.
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cut in the shareable square.
That's delicious.
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago tavern-style recipes for just $12 each.
Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Chicago. No one out. Pizza's the Hut.
Apology accepted.
At Billingsley Ford, we pride ourselves on the integrity and transparency of our pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. As your hometown Ford dealer, that's the way it should be.
I'm Grant Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way.
Bring home the win at Billingsley Hyundai with huge savings every day from our massive inventory of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Come by today and see how we can help find a winning deal for you with America's best warranty. Now that's the Billingsley way.
Are you prepared for summer? We are.
Keep your air conditioner ready with a Miller Noble Heating and Air Maintenance Plan. We service all makes and models from Bryant, Carrier, and Lennox. Just need a repair? We can do that. Can't pay for it all at once? We offer financing plans too. Is it time to replace your old system? We offer free estimates on new systems. Click or call today and stay comfortable with Miller Noble Heating and Air.
The heart of Oklahoma, where your home isn't just a place, it's your peace. At Century Roofing, we understand the importance of protecting your peace. We're experts in roofing technology, techniques, and customer service because we care about Oklahoma and we care about you. At Century Roofing, we combine quality craftsmanship and exceptional service because your home deserves the best. Century Roofing, staying on guard for Oklahoma.
Well, welcome back to the Macarthur Gym, host of this site of volleyball action tonight, the best of 5. So if you win 3, you can call it a night, but they give the opportunity of the varsity squads to really kind of get their momentum in volleyball. So we got about 18 seconds or so before we have the starting lineups. And we've got the Carl Albert Lady Titans, the visitors, the Macarthur Lady Highlanders hosting tonight. And we've also got some other games in action tonight. Lawton High Wolverines take on the Enid Plainsmen. You can catch that on the Lawton High channel. And then we've got all of the other football matchups, all 11 other schools on the network in action tomorrow night, including at Cameron Stadium, Eisenhower, and Macarthur. So that should be a packed-out Cameron Stadium as well, just like it was last week for Zero Week. For both Lawton High and Eisenhower, and Macarthur, who hosted Elgin just a week ago, last Thursday. So already into it, and the girls getting their hand claps and their starting lineups already. And Kat Shelton is going to be able to call all of the action. It's going to be a little bit different putting a headset on you instead of calling out orders for coaching positions, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. But we'll have the introduction shortly, and gives you an opportunity to download the app. A lot of people will say, well, I'll just go to the website, oksportsnet.com, and you can do that. But everything is app-driven, and so Apple and Android devices, they are your friends. Search the Oklahoma Sports Network. It's free to download, free to watch. And then you got 12 schools that you can bounce around tomorrow. I mean, it's great. You can go from one game to the next without backing out and going to some other websites or trying to find a Facebook or YouTube page, even though we are live on Facebook, and we're also live on YouTube as well. And so you could subscribe to our YouTube channel. Can you please rise? And they're going to do the national anthem, so we're going to take a timeout during that, and we'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind, providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle, 580-357-8720.
All right, so the Carl Albert Lady Titans going to be introduced first. They're going to be in their blacks tonight.
Number 4, Kate. Number 6, Edie. Number 8, Cherish.
I think he's only using first names, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn.
Sometimes if you don't want to mess up the names. Just
Yeah,
safer.
I understand. That's very intimidating.
Number 15, Audrey. Number 16, Reese. Number 17, Eden. And number 18, Kaylee.
So it's good with double duty that we get both teams. So Lady Highlander is going to be introduced right here. And you can see a little bit of the screen team in front of them, all decked out in construction. They did that in football, too. I was trying to figure out what the theme is.
I actually saw it. I know that is, they are doing themes for all the volleyball games this season, which I think, it gets the student section a lot more involved.
Right.
The pride lines here. But they are doing that this year. They have a theme for each volleyball game, so that is new this season for Macarthur.
Hope to have a good showing tonight. A little bit of a decent crowd here for a Thursday night supporting the Lady Highlanders. And some of those that made the trip in their red to know for the Carl Albert Lady Titans. Carl Albert boys for football will be playing Midwest City and their rivals tomorrow, and you can catch that on the Oklahoma Sports Network on both channels. And we'll go to center court, and we'll get ready to have some action here at the Macarthur Gym. So the best of 5 to 25. We'll leave it over to once we go through the tunnel here.
It takes a little while before we actually get started.
Yeah.
But
well, we're
all
all
the
ready to go.
pregame traditions and
So we're almost ready to set. And a final little thoughts that were given there in each respective huddles. I know we get serious when the one gentleman climbs the ladder and gets in his standing position. Waiting for that to happen. Now you were mentioning both have strong front lines, so we're already looking at maybe some defensive play and spike opportunities. I love the gamemanship of placement of the ball, because you can psych out an opponent, look like you're going to really hammer it down. It could be just a little soft touch here in a space that's open. And so there is some strategy involved in that.
Oh yeah, definitely. You do want to think about your court awareness and your ball placement, and even when serving, the coaches will give them a spot to serve. So there is definitely a lot of thought of where am I putting the ball.
So Carl Albert set to serve, and
that is. All right, so we have Macarthur, number 4, Eliana, starting off with a hitting error. So who's that number? Going back to serve for Carl Albert. That's number 12, Chandler. Back outside to Eliana, and outside for Carl Albert, number 18, Kaylee. Good. Kaylee went and picked that up, and it went a push over by the setter. Ooh, and that set was tight over the net. Back to the outside. Great dig by number 8, Allie Gordon. Good back row attack. Back to the outside again for Carl Albert. Oh, and that was just
that's a really good volley, though. But
too tight on the net. And our outside hitter, Ileana, could not get to it. It was just pushed a little bit too tight. So, both teams in that rally only, use their outside hitters every time.
So Carl Albert serving with a 2-0 lead.
Back to the outside. Good an overpass by our Carl Albert libero. And tipped by our middle Macarthur, and back to the outside for Carl Albert.
Oh, beautiful.
And a quick dig for libero Carmen Wallace, and actually ended up getting a kill off of the free ball.
From the back row, too, like that. So Macarthur with the advantage to serve.
All right, back to serve. We have number 2, Danica Bridges. Oh, and here a set. A set
wow.
to our number 17, Eden, but Eden's shut down by middle blocker Lennox Stevenson. She just timed that.
See that again right here, an instant replay.
Yeah, she
Boom.
timed that just right. Shut it down. Great pass by Carl Albert's libero. Okay, so number 17, Eden, she went for a tip that time. Good right side attack. And a back row roll shot. Right. Okay, there's Carl Albert, our right side. All right, and our right side, Elena Burke. Just with a hitting error, I think this set was pushed off little too far. She had to kind of chase that down.
Can hear a lot of communication, too, on the floor, with these girls. I mean, I suppose that's really a key to this, right?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. So much of volleyball you have to be able to communicate and not only talk to each other, but also listen. Knowing when to back off and when, no, that's definitely mine.
So 4-2 advantage.
Going back
Carl
to
Albert.
serve is number 1, Kayla from Macarthur. Great pass. Oh, that was a great pass set by number 18, Kaylee for Carl Albert. And then looks like just maybe a miscommunication or something.
Sort of figured that they had that.
Great pass again by Kaylee. Good. And then a tip by 17, Eden. Oh.
A little bit of a run here. At what point would you call timeout as a coach? When there's a run like that, when you're.
So if the opponent scores 3, if they score 3 in a row,
it's typically when you want to call it.
That's usually when, for me at least, I would say, okay, let's stop this. Okay. Okay, so we've had kind of some tips back and forth on this rally. Now back row attack. Oh, and just into the net.
Good little stretch here with Macarthur leading 6-3.
Our right side for Carl Albert. Good. Another now right side attack over here for Macarthur and right into the block. Great block by our middle, number 17, Eden Schroeder. Again, just lined up with that, timed it perfectly, and shut it down. And Eden back to serve. Oh, and that ball was out. Coming in from Macarthur is freshman Brianni Kimbrough. And serving is libero Carmen Wallace. Great pass, first contact, and another tip. And going to our right side, Elena Burke, and the ball hit the antenna, so that is out of bounds. Carl Albert's point. Number 6, Evie Mitchell coming in for Carl Albert, back to serve. Set to the outside. JC Richard, and a kill for JC.
Very nice.
And let's see, in for Macarthur, we have number 10, Mia Hughes, and number 6, Audrey Ferguson. Mia's going back to serve.
Out.
Yeah, just
got a little too aggressive, yeah.
A little too long, out of bounds. Ooh, great serve and an ace. That was number 3, Kristen Stozer.
You see that, they didn't really call that timeout with that run, and look at that. They've already chipped away at it in 8-7 and look to tie it up here.
Yeah, well, and that is one thing, you only get 2 timeouts, so you don't, sometimes if it's really early, like before the first 10 points, you don't really want to use one of them.
Okay. That's good to know the philosophy. That's why you're here. That's why you got the headset on.
Going back to serve for Macarthur is number 8, Allie Gordon. And just coming in for Carl Albert was number 16, Reese Proper. She's going to be their middle attacker, I believe. No, she's right side. But a hitting error on Carl Albert. So Allie Gordon is back to serve again.
Good little run for Lady Highlanders. Got a whistle.
free ball
3.
sent over by Carl Albert. And a middle tip by our freshman, Briani. And, well, we had an error on Carl Albert, so point MacArthur. Going to the outside. Good, great attack by 18, Kaylee. And,
wow.
Eliana outside for
Pretty.
MacArthur answered back with a kill.
I think we're going to go see that again on instant replay here. See that setup, and then right here, bam.
Great.
Perfect.
She was able to do hit that cross court right inside those blockers.
They call a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Great pass for Carl Albert. We have back row attack. Good and great pass for MacArthur. And back to the back row for Carl Albert again. Right side attack by Audrey Ferguson. And going to the right side also for Carl Albert with a tip. Outside Eliana. She tries to do a roll shot. I think she's looked like she was maybe trying to roll it right into the middle of the court.
You want to explain what a roll shot is?
So you just are wanting to kind of roll it use the base of your palm and kind of like roll the ball into place. Versus a spike where you want to get on top of it and put it down. A roll shot, you're kind of just going to place it. Back to our right side, Audrey Ferguson. And, good. Push. Number 17, Eden Schroeder. She just pushed that right over and placed it. So good placement by Eden. Libero, number 4, Caitlin, back to serve for Carl Albert. Good tip by Ileana on the outside. And then a joust at the net. And looks like MacArthur won that joust. And a shank on the defense by MacArthur. So point Carl Albert.
Back to a 2-point advantage. 12. Well, they have a 12-11, so it's 1-point advantage.
So Caitlin, libero for Carl Albert, back to serve again. And that serve just a little too long. Point MacArthur. And freshman Brianni Kimbrough back to serve. And Lennox Stevenson, middle, coming back in. Great pass by Carl Albert libero. And a kill, number 18, Kaylee Stewart. She got right around that blocker and found the hole. Coming in for Carl Albert, number 12, Chandler. And number 15, Audrey. I believe that's number 12, Chandler, back to serve. To our outside, Eliana. And great pass up by Carl Albert into our outside, number 18, Kaylee. And hitting error by Kaylee, point MacArthur. Coming in, we have number 2, Danica Bridges, and number 5, Elena Burke. And to our middle. Great kill. And that's Eden Schroeder again from the middle.
Found a spot she likes.
Yeah. She's definitely one of Carl Albert's strong players, strong offensive players. She's a senior for them, so she has the experience, knows what to do with it. All right, tip by Macarthur, and going back to the middle to Eden, just a little too tight. Should have tipped it over. Oh, net call. Carl Albert was in the net, so point Macarthur. J.C. Richard coming in for Macarthur, and number 1, Kayla. Kayla going back to serve. So J.C. is our senior outside. Let's see. Now, well, so Carl Albert coaching staff was a little wanting an overcall called on JC on that. Oh, strong swing by number 3, Kristen, but blocked by Lennox Stevenson. Service
Hate
error.
that when you have so much going for you and then you start off like that. You know, it's like
It definitely
to do have a do-over there.
Yeah, it definitely slows the momentum down. Oh, great dig, great dig. Oh, and a tip. Another great dig. Danica Bridges came in, saw that tip coming. Another tip by Carl Albert. Okay, we got a swing by Elena Burke. Oh, but out of bounds.
So close is right
Point
on
Carl
the
Albert.
line.
Ooh, great serve. Ace. That's Eden Schroeder. Eden's going back to the line, see if she can get another ace back here. Great serve. Good. Oh, and a tip.
That's pretty.
Found the hole. Lennox Stevenson found that tip right over the block.
I like those just as much as the spikes, you know what I mean? Because, you know, it's just so sneaky, you know.
And it's smart.
I understand.
It's smart playing.
You don't have to nail it all the time, you know, it's like everybody thinks.
Back row attack. They've gone to, that's Kaylee. They've gone a couple times to her in the back row. Good dig by the libero and going to our right side. Down the line. Good. Setter sends it over on the second. Set to our outside. Libero picked it up. Oh, that's tight. And they're going to joust. And Carl Albert wins the joust.
Wow. Just like that. Back to a 1 point lead
Number
for Macarthur.
6, Evie Mitchell back to serve for Carl Albert. Oh, great. Oh, those serves, when it hits that top of the net and just goes right over, really, it can be hard to have a quick reaction to it. So
all tied up at 18. I think Macarthur's kind of led the entire way, so this will be a first exchange if they get the advantage. And they do.
Elena tried to hit it down the line right there, just a little bit too far, went out of bounds. So it's Evie, but Mitchell back to serve again. And, yep, just a little too long, out of bounds, so back to Macarthur. Number 10, Mia Hughes, and number 6, Audrey Ferguson coming in for Macarthur. Mia's going back to serve. Great pass. Oh, and
snuck one in there.
Huge block by a freshman, Brianna Kimbrough.
So they can keep that momentum going.
Great pass by Kaylee Stewart. And set our right side. Oh, another great block. That was Brianni Kimbrough and J.C. Richard.
But a cat and mouse going on between that front row.
Well, and that's, what I was saying earlier is, both teams, you want to come with your strong offense, but if you can stop them at the net, it's always the best defense. So the ball was just a little bit too far behind her head. So that was libero Carmen Wallace with a hitting error into the net. And coming in for Carl Albert is number 16, Reese Proper. And coming in for MacArthur, we have number 8, Allie Gordon. And number 4, the outside, Eliana. Oh, and to our outside, Kristen Stewart, she tipped it over, find a spot, but Mia Hughes was able to pick it up. And back to the outside, number 18, Kaylee Stewart with a kill.
Well, I guess you kind of expect this between these two. I guess they've already seen each other a couple of times, and
definitely
they kind of split with playing each other.
Libero, Caitlin Maybe back to serve. And our setters send it over on the second one, setting our right side. Nice cross-court shot, and she got the kill on that.
And we're all tied up again at 22 apiece.
Back row attack by Carmen Wallace. Ooh, pass is a little tight, but setter was able to control it. Brianni with the block going outside to Kaylee Stewart again. Free ball sent over by Brianni, and right side attacker for Carl Albert with a hitting error, and back to MacArthur's ball. Lennox Stevenson back in for MacArthur as the middle blocker. A little trouble on the pass. All right, tip sent over by Kaylee Stewart. Tight set, but Eliana was able to get it over. Set to the outside, Eliana. And kill.
Wow. Pretty nice. They have an opportunity at match at 24-22.
Set point.
There you go. Let's.
Brianni Kimbrough back to serve. All right, looks like it's going to be back row attack. No, a tip from Carl Albert. Setter picked it up on the first one and back to the outside. Just a little too far and out of bounds. Point goes to Carl Albert. Number 12, Chandler coming in for Carl Albert and going back to serve. And number 15, Audrey Plunkett coming in front row for Carl Albert. Tight pass. Oh, but great set by Mia Hughes. Back row attack. Oh, and a hitting error in the back row that gave MacArthur a set point, and they take set one.
Just like that, 25-23. We'll be back to the second set right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When
it comes to your health, you want and deserve the best. You want a hospital with the highest quality scores in the region and one that provides safe, excellent care. Southwestern Medical Center has been a part of this community for 115 years and has a history of delivering compassionate, skilled health care to Lawton and Fort Sill. Choose the hospital that has always put the health of this community first. Southwestern Medical Center. Be well. Live well. That's why we're here.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Berries team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Lawton Community Health Center's high-quality health care is convenient to wherever you are in the region. We're here for you, whether it's our main clinic on Southwest Lee Boulevard or any of our other locations in Lawton. LCHC has additional clinics in Marlow, Comanche, Cache, Medicine Park, Apache, Elgin, and Burns Flat, with more on the way. Enjoy peace of mind knowing quality care from experienced providers is always available. LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
Well, welcome back to the Macarthur Gym. So back and forth, nip and tuck, and the Macarthur Highlanders take set number 1, 25-23, and we'll have the best of 5 unless one can take the 3 sweep. I don't anticipate that will be between these two, so it could come down to that 5th and final set of the best of this series.
Possibly.
Well, you never know how things go, and I'll tell you what, really kind of impressive on how defensively Macarthur had been playing a lot of those setups, you know, and Carl Albert did the same thing. You know, it's really great when you see great volley. You know, everybody's in the right position, and you know, you just make good shots. You know, and so whether they're kills or whether they're little soft touches, they've done their part.
Number 2, Danica Bridges back to serve for Macarthur. Great first pass and outside Eden Schroeder blocked, shut her down, but picked back up on the coverage. Tip by right side Elena Burke into the middle, back to Eden. Oh, and she got the blocker that time. So Lennox Stevenson in the middle was there, but just kind of on her way down. So that ball ended up falling in between her and the net. Carl Albert back to serve. That's Felicity with a pass and going to the right side. Oh, Eliana cross-court shot on the right side and just found a hole in between 2 players. Able to get the kill on that. Back to serve for Macarthur's number 1, Kayla. Great pass, went to our, that was Kaylee Stewart hitting from the right side. And Libero with the first pass, and Eden Schroeder out of the middle. Again with a kill. Kaylee Stewart with the serve. Great pass by the libero, number 4 for Carl Albert. And our outside on Carl Albert hit that. Tip pushed over by Elena Burke. And outside number 3, oh, just hitting error into the net, point Macarthur. Back to serve for Macarthur is Carmen Wallace, libero. And an ace that was right on the line, maybe a little bit miscommunication. between Carl Albert, but they're talking about it now, sorting it out, and Carmen Wallace back to serve again. And that ball is out of bounds. So point Carl Albert. That'll be Eden Schroeder back to serve. Number 11, Zoe Vineyard in for Carl Albert. Great serve by Eden. And a free ball sent over by Macarthur. Ooh, pass is a little tight. Setter was able to handle it. And yes, they're calling a net violation on Macarthur.
Close to stay away from that little area. So close when you're on that line, I know.
Back to our right side, Elena Burke. Great pass up by Eden. Setter sent it over. Both setters sent it over on the second. And to our outside, that's a kill for number 3, Kristen Stozer. Eden back to serve again for Carl Albert with an ace. Great pass by Carmen Wallace. And to our outside, JC Richard. Good. JC got the kill. Ball fell right in between those 2 Carl Albert blockers, between the net and the blocker's hands. So that's just when they're timing on the block, they're kind of catching it on their way down. Back to serve is number 10, Mia Hughes for Macarthur. Great pass by Carl Albert's libero, and a kill on the right side, number 15, Audrey Plunkett. Coming in for Carl Albert is number 6, Evie Mitchell. She'll be back to serve. And coming in front row is number 16, Reese Proper. Great pass by Carmen Wallace. Oh, and some coverage by Carmen to get that free ball over. Good spot on that push by Carl Albert, the deep corner. Set to the back row. And in. That's a kill for Kaylee Stewart.
So hard, right? On the line, it's just a fine line, about trying to get that and whether it's out or in when you're hitting it like that, it's with the control that you need. So Carl Albert coming back, take a 3-point advantage, 8-5 in set number 2.
That serve went to Carmen Wallace, and Audrey Ferguson on the outside will send over a roll shot, and Audrey with the kill. We had an overpass sent over by Carl Albert, and Audrey was able to capitalize on that and put it down. Number 13, Felicity Rhodes, and number 4, Ileana in for Macarthur. Oh, and a ace by Felicity.
Well, that 3-point lead just evaporated. As they have little swings and momentum in volleyball, like basketball, very similar.
Set to the outside. Oh, and blocked by freshman Briani.
And came back and finished it.
And an overpass, and Briani took it down again.
Well, that's a heads-up play because she was involved in the first, then came back and adjusted. And
yeah, great movement across the net to follow that ball. Good pass by our libero, and a back row attack again by number 18, Kaylee. Right side hitter, Audrey, with a roll shot. Back to our outside. And it's tight. Oh, looked like they jousted a little bit. Carl Albert was able to win that. Back to the outside, number 3. Oh, she tried to tip it right behind the block. Just came up a little short, but that was really smart placement.
A little bit of a swing there with the points.
Number 8, Cherish Watson coming in for Carl Albert. Back row attack again by number 18, Kaylee Stewart. And she's had a handful of back row attacks and gotten a few kills off of them now. Back to serve for Carl Albert is number 8, Cherish Watson. And an ace.
Boy, and don't you hate it where it just hits the top of that and it changes the velocity a little bit?
It does make it hard to react to for sure.
That heads up MacArthur, and then Carl Albert coming back after that little 3-point swing.
Cherish almost
found a spot.
Almost the same spot and got another ace. So MacArthur just changed their serve receive to try to adjust to that serve. They went from a 2-man receive to 3-man to try to get rid of some of that space. Free ball sent over by MacArthur, set outside to Kristen Stewart. Oh, great push down the line. That one-hand tip, just a hard push. It's very, very smart.
Timeout is called, so they'll take it. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. We also provide residential trash services for Lawton's outlying communities. We've got a solution for small businesses, contractors, construction companies, and everybody in between. We're a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
All right, we have going to our outside, Ileana from MacArthur, and she was able to get a kill off the block. So it hit off of our blocker, number 11, Zoe Vineyard for Carl Albert, and just sent that ball going in towards the stands to give MacArthur the kill. Freshman, number 12, Brianni Kimbrough, just with the serve. And our outside, right there, that's number 18, Kaylee Stewart. She found that.
Found that spot.
Found that donut right there in the middle.
You got to fill it, right? You got to fill that donut, right?
Mm-hmm. That's why we call it a donut, because it's that
yeah,
hole right
I understand.
There. Yep. Number 4, Caitlin Mabey, our libero, serve right into the net. Back to MacArthur's point. And Elena Burke and Danica Bridges in for MacArthur. Danica, number 2, back to serve. Great pass by Cherish. And an outside attack and a kill by number 17, Eden Schroeder. Coming in for Carl Albert, we have number 12, Chandler. Chandler will go back to serve. And number 15, Audrey Plunkett, coming in up front on the right side for Carl Albert. Great serve, great serve. That was Chandler, number 12 for Carl Albert. So it seems that Carl Albert has kind of caught Macarthur struggling a little bit there in their serve receive.
I think this is the largest lead in between the first set and this one at all, for one side.
And that's another serve receive error by Macarthur. So Carl Albert definitely has been able to gain momentum when they're back to serve, and that's really what you want to do is protect your server, keep us on the line as long as possible. So I think that's where Macarthur right now is kind of struggling with some serve receive. Oh, great right side attack by Ileana, and Carl Albert sending over a free ball. Back row attack by libero Carmen Wallace, and a right side attack for Carl Albert. Oh, and just into the net. Point and goes back to Macarthur now. Good. That was a good deep serve. Back row attack. And that was out. So back to Macarthur.
So Highlanders are coming back after a little bit of a deficit.
Kayla with the serve. Great up by our Carl Albert libero, and a tip by Kaylee Stewart. Hitting error. And it'll go back to Carl Albert. Kaylee Stewart going back to serve. Oh, some miscommunication there by Macarthur.
Carl Albert a little bit on a run again. Extending that largest now to 6.
To our outside, J.C. Richard picked up. And they'll send it outside. Free ball sent over by Cherish Watson. And set to the middle. Lennox Stevenson with the kill. Lennox Stevenson, number 11, going back to serve. And Brianni Kimbrough and back in up front for Macarthur. Service error. And, right now when they're down, that's really when you want to try to use that service momentum. So that's when those service errors really can hurt you, because it's just kind of kills that momentum. Great swing by J.C. Richard. Mia Hughes, number 10, and number 6, Audrey Ferguson, coming back in for Macarthur, and Mia going back to serve. Free ball sent over and set up to the outside, J.C. Richard. Great pass by Carl Albert libero, and that's Cherish Watson on the outside. Oh, outside. Right side attack by Audrey Ferguson, and just Carl Albert could not pick that up.
Lady Highlanders not going away.
No, and that's a Carl Albert called a timeout after that run.
Okay, so they call a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Clothes nowadays are so expensive. And no matter how good a sale is, you still walk out spending hundreds on barely anything. Goodwill is the place to go. We have a wide variety of affordable clothing for all ages. To help you save, we have weekly specials from half off to 99-cent items. Make sure to check out our colors of the week before you start shopping to get more for less. Save at your local Goodwill today.
So referee just overruled the line judge on that. It was called out, but referees, he has the
final say. He
has
the advantage.
He has the right
to
overrule that. So he said, no, that's in. So that point went to Carl Albert.
Carl Albert leads 21-16 in set number 2.
Great pass, and J.C. Richard on the right side down the line, but Carl Albert picked it up and going back to the right side, and that was just too tight on the net. Audrey tried to reach and get it, but it was a little pushed too far to her right. So Carl Albert back to serve. Free ball sent over by Audrey Ferguson. And set to the outside. Oh. And another free ball sent over by Macarthur. And to the outside again for Carl Albert. That's Cherish Watson. And to outside, J.C. Richard. Good rally right now. Free ball sent over by Carl Albert. Picked up by the libero. And set to the outside, J.C. Richard. Back to the outside again for Carl Albert, and a hitting error. That's point Macarthur.
That was good volley right there. That was good exchange, good saves. I mean, and the hustle on the floor. I mean, the hustle on the court has been good on both sides, and that's why we kind of purposefully selected this as one of our volleyball games of the week, because I knew how both programs would show up.
Oh yeah, definitely strong volleyball from both. Great pass by the libero, set up our middle in a great spot. Oh, that was just that, using those deep corners when you do a push over the net like that, just very smart. Number 8, Cherish Watson back to serve for Carl Albert. And a set to the outside. Oh, and that was Briani in the middle with the block. And Briani goes back to serve. Lennox Stevenson back up front in the middle for Macarthur. Good on the right side for Carl Albert, number 11, Zoe Vineyard. She's able to find a split in the block and get through that block.
So they are at the set point at 24.
Number 4, libero, Caitlin Maybe to serve. Oh, overpass almost for Macarthur. Set up by Eden, and they'll give it to the right side, and off those blockers' hands, right into the donut, and kill for that last set point.
So they even it up a set apiece. We have 2 in the books. It is the best of 5, so we'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Yeah, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd like for you to do that on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook as well. So, Kat Shelton and myself, Eric Sherem, bringing you this contest. And what a great one it is, because it is now all tied up at one set apiece and the best of 5. So this is where I always find it interesting, because, you know, sometimes I've seen 2 sets and then all of a sudden the other team come back and win the next 2. And so it's really hard to gauge who's really got the momentum. Macarthur did really well to establish in that first set, but Carl Albert really dominated in that second set and didn't really look back, you know. So now what do we expect in the third set? That's going to be the biggest question of how Macarthur responds and how Carl Albert keeps it going.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to come – well, for Macarthur, it's going to come down to, you know, kind of fixing and improving that serve receive, because Carl Albert definitely was able to get on a run multiple times when they went back to the service line. So I think MacArthur's going to need to, you know, straighten up that serve receive, and blockers at the net for MacArthur. I think we're doing a great job of timing and shutting down some of those strong hits, you know, by Eden and Kaylee from Carl Albert. But I think Carl Albert's, they're, I think, going to be looking to stay strong offensively, going back at the service line and at the net.
And they take the third set up 1-0.
So number 15, Audrey Plunkett, coming in. She's a right side hitter. Overpass by MacArthur, and Eden Schroeder out of the middle. Lennox Stevenson was able to line up with her. Allie Gordon with the pass, tight set, but Eliana tipped it over. And we're going outside to Kaylee, and that was out. So point goes back to MacArthur.
So the Enid has a 14-0 lead over Lawton High at Cameron Stadium. You can catch that on the Oklahoma Sports Network. And full slate of games tomorrow for football.
Carl Albert going outside, free ball sent over, and right side attack by Elena Burke. Outside, Kaylee Stewart, block, but Carl Albert was able to pick it back up.
Wow.
Ball off the tape into the donut. Eliana going outside. And Eden Schroeder found that hole right behind the block on the tip.
Happened so fast.
Again, a bit of serve receive trouble. Eden Schroeder again at the same tip.
They're finding a hole
right there behind the block. So, you know, MacArthur's going to have to adjust defensively to read that, to pick that up. Set to the right. Set to Eliana on the right side. And set to right side at Carl Albert, and she answers back with a kill off the block. And those attacks are really hard to pick up because it goes right off those blockers' hands. And
yeah. That's hard
it's
too.
An ace for Kaylee Stewart. by Carl Albert, number 18. Like I said, she's really been strong tonight. Her serves, her back row attacks, and as an outside hitter as well. Oh, blocked by number 15, Audrey Plunkett on the right side. Picked up by the setter, and very tight ball, but a free ball sent over by Carl Albert. Great swing
right back at you.
by Ileana on MacArthur's side. Blocked, but block went out of bounds. So it goes back to MacArthur's point. JC Richard and Kayla Sestoza coming in for MacArthur. Set to Eden. Eden pushes it over, and right side, Elena Burke with an attack. Setter, Danica Bridges dumps it over. Oh, Carl Albert, setter, she answers back with a dump herself. Set to the right side, Elena Burke. Setter picks it up for Carl Albert, and Eden sends over a free ball. To the outside, JC Richard, and hitting her into the nets for a point, Carl Albert. Oh, right off the tape and just fell right on MacArthur's side for an ace for Eden, number 17. And a shank pass by MacArthur. And that's another ace for Carl Albert. So MacArthur calling a timeout right now. Like I said, most likely needing and wanting to get that serve receive in control.
All right, so they take a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
So back, Carl Albert, number 17, Eden Schroeder's still on the serving line. And that ball is out. So, also a good timeout by Coach Song to try to, ice the server or just kind of really break up that serving run that Eden had going. And so serve goes to Carmen Wallace, number 3 for libero for MacArthur. Great pass by Kaylee Stewart and a tip sent over by number 16, Carl Albert. And JC Richard down the line on the outside. Oh, and ref called a net violation by Carl Albert. Carmen Wallace still serving for MacArthur. Great pass by Carl Albert. Tip sent over, and that tip went out of bounds. MacArthur back to serve again.
So after that little run, they're starting to.
And, well, like I said, it's still early, under 10, so really it's anything can happen right now. Service error gives the point back to Carl Albert. believe that's number 6, Evie Mitchell, coming in to serve. And number 11, Zoe Vineyard, coming up front for Carl Albert. Overpass by the libero, and a just quick tip sent over on that overpass to give Carl Albert the point. Good pass by libero Carmen Wallace. And they were able to clean it up. Back row down ball by Kaylee Stewart from Carl Albert. And a hitting error on the outside, J.C. Richard, to give Carl Albert the point back.
At what point does this start to get a little mental now? I mean, Carl Albert, Macarthur took the first set in a big fight, just win by 2. Carl Albert really kind of started the momentum in that second, and now they're kind of showing that in this set. How much does that play mentally with the girls at this point?
Well, I think it plays a big part because especially if there's been errors,
yes,
and they're kind of starting to get down, so they have to look to find that intensity and find that fight because in volleyball, playing 3 out of 5, I mean, you could be down right now 11-6, but they've already won one set, so
right.
But it can be hard to not to just focus on.
Yeah.
It can be hard to just to not focus on just that one point and earning that next point. They start looking at the errors and different things like that. So
yeah, focusing on the negative.
Just focus on the next point.
Yeah.
Earn the next point. That's all you need to do. Right side attack. Oh, good coverage. Well, coverage was there by Carl Albert, but she shanked it, and so point goes to Macarthur. Number 8, Allie Gordon, and number 4, Ileana coming in for Macarthur. Great pass by Kaylee Stewart, and then Kaylee's set on the outside, but that ball is sent out of bounds. Point goes back to Macarthur. So, within 4. Great pass by libero for Carl Albert. Oh, and Briani in the middle shut the middle attacker down. Just great timing, great block.
I said I could have bring that up again next time and kind of motivated him. Got a little scoring run here with Lady Highlanders.
Well, and Briani is a strong blocker for Macarthur. Has gotten quite a few now tonight. Set to the outside, and a hitting error, point back to Macarthur.
Just like that, as we seesaw back and forth, timeout is called. 12-10. Carl Albert with only a 2-point lead. And we'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Barres Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Barres, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Barres Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
All right, back to action here in the second set.
Oh, and Macarthur with a service error. So again, that's kind of a strategy as a coach when you have a team on a service run, either calling the timeout to try to stop that run and refocus your team. Good block by Eden Schroeder from Carl Albert in the middle. And Macarthur was unable to pick up that coverage to return it. So back to serve. For Carl Albert, we have their libero, number 4, Caitlin Mabey. Back row attack by Allie Gordon for MacArthur. And set goes to the back row. Oh, and some miscommunication by MacArthur gives Cherish Watson, number 8, a kill in that back row attack. Set to Brianni Kimbrough with a quick set and a kill. Lennox Stevenson back in, middle blocker for MacArthur, and Brianni goes to the line to serve. Cherish Watson with the pass, goes to the outs, and it's Eden Schroeder on the outside with a cross-court kill. Libero, Carmen Wallace back in for MacArthur. And number 12, Chandler, coming back to serve for Carl Albert, and number 15 on the right side, Audrey Plunkett back at the net. Great pass by Carmen Wallace into the right side. Audrey Ferguson blocked by Kaylee Stewart. And a down ball hitting error by Carmen Wallace. Number 12, Chandler back to serve. Great pass again by Carmen Wallace and a tip by Lennox Stevenson, picked up by Cherish Watson. And right side attack by Carl Albert, sent to the outside, Eliana. Good down ball control, and Mia Hughes sent it over on the second. Kaylee Stewart on the outside with the kill.
It's a good exchange right there. Didn't come up well for Lady Highlanders, but
it was a good, fast-paced rally. Set to the right side, Audrey Ferguson. Picked up and set to the outside, Kaylee Stewart. Oh, and a dig error by MacArthur gives Kaylee that kill again on the outside. So, like I said, Kaylee Stewart and Eden Schroeder, both seniors for Carl Albert, have really kind of helped dominate this Carl Albert team tonight. Outside, Kaylee Stewart. Free ball sent over by Lennox Stevenson. Libero picked it up. And a tip. Oh, just a little short on that. But that was a good look. Eden was trying to tip that over right into spot 4. Just felt a little short on it. Danica Bridges back to serve for MacArthur. And number 5, Elena Burke in on the right side. Great pass, little off to the side, and hitting error on that right side for Kaylee Stewart. Gives the point back to MacArthur. Ball, they tried to get it up to number 15, Audrey Plunkett, who was on the outside in this rotation, and just couldn't. Ball was a little low for her to get it back over. So number 2, Danica Bridges, still serving for MacArthur. This is now a little 3-point run she's had. Audrey on the outside again before she transitions to, and Ileana. Oh, and they.
Oh no, they called the point. I mean, there was a whistle, and then there was a stoppage of play and a celebration, and I don't know what happened. But they're giving MacArthur the point.
Well, they picked it up Carl Albert picked it up off the block, but they called 4 because one of the girls, they called her her contact double was really counted as 2, so then it was 4.
Oh,
Lennox
wow,
Stevenson,
look at the
right
comeback,
down the
kids.
middle. There we go now, MacArthur down by 1.
Look at that. That's right. Maybe if we get the student section into it, get a little
Bridges
excitement.
Still back to serve. Eden Schroeder going for that back corner.
So that little run stops, and Carl Albert gets a little bit of a momentum.
Yeah, so this is where right now MacArthur needs to, if they want to try to get that run back, they're going to have to control his serve receive and put it down right here. Let's see. Oh, that's Ileana. There you go. With the kill on the right side. Blockers for Carl Albert were there, but again, they're kind of catching that ball on the way down, so ball fell in between the net and the block. JC Richard back in on the outside, and Kayla Sestosa, number 1, going back to serve. So Carl Albert has Eden Schroeder up front and Audrey Plunkett. Let's see who they get. We go to Eden Schroeder. Eden goes to that back corner cross court, but MacArthur's able to pick it up.
Beautiful.
And JC Richards finds that donut.
And we are all tied up at 19 apiece. And just when I was saying, well, Carl Albert really showed their momentum here in the second set, or the third set, rather.
Great pass and tip but picked up by the libero. Carl Albert's there on the block, but Elena picks up the coverage. Oh, and JC off the block and point and kill.
Lady Highlanders take a lead in a timeout called by Carl Albert. Just like that, Lady Highlanders find a 1-point lead. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the
that big block that MacArthur had up and get for the kill. Right on the right side, that's Lennox Stevenson. Yeah, MacArthur bench is definitely hyped up. They were on the court after that.
They were kind of down for a little bit on that, so it was kind of interesting to see them.
Libero, Carmen Wallace back to serve. Ooh, tight pass, overpass, and a kill. Brianni Kimbrough took advantage of that overpass.
And now look at the student body up, cheering a little bit for Lady Highlanders. You can kind of sense maybe they can get this set.
Back row attack by Kaylee Stewart. Outside, the tight set. Again, outside to Cherish Watson and into the net for point MacArthur. Number 3.
Pretty little swing here.
Kristen Stozer coming in for Carl Albert. She'll replace Cherish Watson. Oh, outside attack by number 3, Kristen Stozer, and the block got past the block. Blockers tried to pick it up, but it ended up being 2 contacts by one of the blockers. Number 6, Evie Mitchell back to serve, and number 11, Zoe Vineyard in back up front for Carl Albert. It's the right side, Elena Burke. Setter for Carl Albert sends it over on 2, and J.C. Richard down the line to the setter. Kaylee Stewart sends it over on the second ball. Free ball sent over by Macarthur. Right here, Carl Albert's going to try to capitalize. Kaylee Stewart with a back row down ball, and they end up with that point.
Nip and tuck between these two. Tied 1 set apiece. Who can win in set number 3? So we got
the
people on the bench.
Girls, they need to be sitting on the bench.
They were down on the floor.
JC down the row. JC found that donut again.
Well, Mac is ready for set advantage.
And they definitely, I think, have come back and
they have. I'm really impressed. I always say that this was always a big, as an observer, that third match when it's like 1-1 or 2 is always interesting in how it plays out.
Well, and it really is. You know, you asked me earlier about mentally.
Yeah.
Kaylee Stewart with that back row attack. Oh, and a dig error. So Macarthur gets that point. But you asked earlier about, mentally what's happening with the girls. And after being set to 1-1, this third set is really a pivotal set, and who takes this win for the mentality going into that fourth set.
Big one here.
They'll go outside to Kaylee Stewart. Oh, Brianni Kimbrough tries to get that block, but it bounces off her.
You got to win by 2, right?
Yes.
Okay,
so right now we're going to
all 24
for sure. Good pass up by libero Carmen Wallace. Free ball sent over by Audrey Ferguson. Great pass by Carl Albert's libero. Right side and shut down by J.C. Richard and Brianni Kimbrough on the block.
Well, they're back at the opportunity where they can get it right here with this serve. Let's see if they can try to take the match, the set.
And when you're tied up like that, 24-24, that's when you're 0-0. Earn this next point.
Yeah.
So it's Allie Gordon, number 8, back to serve. Great pass by Kaylee Stewart. They'll go to her outside. Great dig. Carmen Wallace right to the setter, and that's Ileana. Oh, she's going for a tip behind the block, but Carl Albert was able to pick it up. Back row attack by Carl Albert. Ileana on the outside and off the tape for a kill.
Wow, and what a great comeback in set number 3. Lady Highlanders take the third set to take a 2-1 set advantage. We'll be back after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
When it comes to your new home or remodeling project, build it right with Comanche Home Center. Our professional staff can help you every step of the way to make sure you get the best lumber, tools, and supplies to tackle any job imaginable. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs, we make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Lawton Fort Sill Regional Airport, just 1 mile to anywhere. Offering non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth. Fast, friendly, and convenient without all the hassles. Easy parking, and with close proximity to your arrivals and departures, all in their newly renovated terminal. Here to there in just 1 mile. To book your mile to anywhere destination from LAW, log on to AA.com or call 800-433-7300.
Well, back to action here at the Macarthur Gym. Kat calling the matches for us as Macarthur leads 2-1.
So set 4, Carl Albert got the first 2 points there. First point was on a Macarthur hitting error, and then second point right there, that was a kill by, I believe that was Kaylee Stewart on the outside, and she found that deep corner. There was not a defender there for Macarthur, so they'll go back to serve again. Great pass by Allie Gordon, and sent to the Elena Burke on the outside. Kaylee Stewart with that tip over the net. Eliana on the outside with a cross-court shot, and it goes out of bounds.
A run for Carl Albert. And a 3-0 advantage in set number 4.
Great pass by Libero Carmen Wallace, tipped by Lennox Stevenson, and a free ball sent over by Carl Albert. Oh, that was a really good free ball, just low and quick over the net, right into that 3 spot. So that's number 12, Chandler, back to serve. Oh, a late block, but it worked. That was Eden Schroeder for Carl Albert. Setter sends it over on 2 for Carl Albert and set to Eden. She tips it over the net. Macarthur picks it up. Right side, Elena Burke tries to go down the line. Carl Albert picks it up. Free ball sent over by Carl Albert and set to the outside. Oh, that's tight. Eliana sends over a little tip, and Kaylee Stewart on the outside for Carl Albert. Back to Elena on the right side, down the line again, and gets the kill this time.
Found it at their first point of set 4.
J.C. Richard and Kayla Sestosa coming in for Macarthur, both seniors. Great pass by Carl Alberts libero and a tip. Eden Schroeder found that hole. Those tips right behind the block have been a little hard to read. Ace by Kaylee Stewart.
You know, Lady Highlanders came back from something like this and similar in that last set. And I thought, okay, you know, but I'm not going to say it this time because they came right back. But Carl Albert's on a run right now. Out.
There we go. So serve out of bounds. So let's see if Macarthur can kind of capitalize and get themselves on a run right here. Libero Carmen Wallace back to serve. Carl Albert libero, number 4, with a great pass. Setter, number 12, Chandler sends it over the net. And out of bounds, or number outside, J.C. Richard. A little trouble on that pass. Free ball sent over. Carl Albert's going to try to capitalize on this. Ooh, tight set to the outside. Setter, Danica Bridges, finds the deep corner and point Macarthur. I think both teams are doing a good job of kind of trying to find those holes, especially on those tip placements, using the deep corners and donut, tipping behind the block. Pass was a little tight. Setter couldn't get to it. And Audrey Ferguson tried to get it over, but that went into the net. Number 6, Evie Mitchell, back to serve for Carl Albert. Free ball sent over by Audrey Ferguson into the deep corner, so good free ball spot. And a kill for number 3 on the outside, Kristen Stozer. Right side, J.C. Richard on the right side, and out. So Carl Albert's really gotten on a run right here in the beginning.
They call timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern style pizza is our thing. Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists? It's good. And you just had to make it so crispy and delicious. It's perfection.
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cut in the shareable square.
That's delicious.
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago tavern-style recipes for just $12 each.
Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Sorry, Chicago. No one out pizza's the Hut.
Apology accepted.
And a point scored after a commercial break for the Lady Highlanders.
Number 8, Allie Gordon going back to serve. Great pass by the libero, number 4, Carl Albert. Free ball sent over and a set to the outside. And that is out of bounds. Point to Carl Albert.
Yeah, this is the gut check here, Coach. It's where you see what you're made of. It's like last set. Had to come from behind.
Set was a little too tight. And that block, they said timing was just off. So ball fell in between the blockers and the net, giving number 12, Chandler Cordray, a kill on that right side. Great pass by Libero. And set to the back row for Carl Albert. Right side, Audrey Ferguson with a kill.
So that can start a little bit of a run for you. Down 12-5, but up 2-1.
Lennox Stevenson back up front for Macarthur, and Brianni Kempro to serve. Outside, it's Kaylee Stewart, and
nice.
she is shut down by Lennox Stevenson and Audrey Ferguson.
Got the little fan base up, excited. Hometown crowd erupted.
It's a big shutdown right there on that outside. Free ball sent over by Carl Albert. MacArthur's going to try to capitalize. Audrey Ferguson on the right side and hitting error out of bounds. Libero, number 4, Caitlin Maybe back to serve for Carl Albert. Nice outside hit by Ileana. Good dig. Ellie Gordon in the back row. Back to the outside. And a kill for MacArthur. That's number 4, Ileana. Danica Bridges, number 2, and number 5, Elena Burke, back in for MacArthur. Danica goes back to serve. Great pass up, and Eden on the outside. Off the tape. Oh, MacArthur was looking for a antenna call, but it looked like it hit off the tape and then went right over that block. Number 15, Audrey Plunkett back in on the right side for Carl Albert. A little bit of trouble for MacArthur. They'll send over a roll shot. Oh, Carl Albert also with some trouble, sending over a free ball back. Lennox Stevenson with the kill. Oh. Quick set.
So don't do that to me again. Put it right in my hands to nail it down.
J.C. Richard and Kayla Sestosa in for MacArthur.
So Lady Highlanders are going to maybe, if they want to win this, repeat what they had last set to come from behind and do it.
Right here, I mean, they're at that midpoint in the set. Oh.
Landed right in her lap. She couldn't do anything with it.
No, she tried to pick it up, ended up with that double contact, so it gives a kill for Eden Schroeder, and Kaylee Stewart, number 18, will go back to serve for Carl Albert. J.C. Richard. Well, the referees were delayed on that, but that was 4 contacts by MacArthur. The attack went into the net, causing that 4th contact. Lennox Stevenson with a tip, and J.C. Richard tips a overpass. Oh, number 3, Kristen Stozer. She tried to find that sharp cut. That was a really, really good look. Just didn't make it over the net, but that was a good look. Number 3 for the Highlanders, Carmen Wallace back to serve. Great pass by Kaylee Stewart. And number 3 on the outside with a hitting error, giving point back to MacArthur.
Here comes the Lady Highlanders.
Let's see. Down by 6, see if they can make that run.
Well, it's like you said, one score at a time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not going to help you.
No, and that's what I was saying earlier. When you need that run, those hitting errors, even though it's just 1 point.
Yeah, makes the difference.
Yes. Great pass, and Brianni out of the middle. Back row attack by Eden Schroeder. Goes for that deep corner. Right side, Elena Burke. Cross court picked up by Carl Albert. Oh, and a push down the line. Picked up to the outside. J.C. Richard for the kill.
Wow. Nice. Nice setup, too. I like to have that top corner up there like there. That's the sweet spot of the delivery. She airmailed it right where it needed to be.
Mia Hughes and Audrey Ferguson coming in for MacArthur. Mia will go back to serve. Deep serve and out of bounds.
Yep, don't like that.
No, and
that's 2 that you've had like that. Kind of.
Yeah, it's like I said, a kind of momentum killer. All right, number 16, Reese Proper, back up front for Carl Albert. And let's see, back to serve. J.C. Richard hitting error on that right side. Just trying to come down on that pretty quick. So right now, MacArthur's really going to have to stop them now.
Yeah,
I mean, they're down to the last 6 points. So Audrey Ferguson, great cross court in that power corner, but Kaylee Stewart was able to pick it up. Kaylee Stewart with a back row attack again, but this one out of bounds.
Let's see if they can, unlike the last 2 serves, kind of get a little bit of momentum. Yeah.
Allie Gordon going back to serve. And number 4, Eliana back on the outside for MacArthur. Great pass by Kaylee Stewart. Oh, a little tight and blocked by Brianni Kimbrough. And a swing on the right side and out of bounds by number 3, Kristen Stozer for Carl Albert.
Let's go, Dad. Let's go. Let's go, Dad. Let's go.
Battle of the student sections.
Free ball sent over by Carl Albert. Let's see if they can. Oh, and a tip by Brianni Kimbrough.
Lady Highlanders got a little bit of a run here.
Well, and that's usually when if the opponent sends over a free ball, you want to run that quick offense and try to get a kill off of it, and that's what MacArthur was able to do on that last play. Great spot on that serve. Back row attack by Kaylee Stewart. Her back row attacks are strong. Kaylee Stewart with a pickup on that tip. Right side, Audrey Ferguson with a roll. Kaylee Stewart again with the pickup. And a block by Brianni Kimbrough, but Carl Albert picks it up. Set to the outside, Eliana, and a kill. Dig error on Carl Albert.
That's where they want to send it. You can kind of see that's where they're picking up the most dangerous kills. Exciting little run here for the Lady Highlanders.
Now they'll need to keep this right here.
Oh, the kiss of
right
death.
There.
The broadcasting jinx.
So right here, MacArthur's going to want to stop this server right here and get this next point now that we're in that last 5. Roll shot sent deep. And right side tip. Ball sent outside again to Eliana. Another roll shot. And a back row attack, down ball. Oh, and the block. That's number 16, Reese Proper with the block. Great timing on that down ball to shut it down.
Carl Albert doesn't want to go away. They want to play the 5th and final set.
Great pass by Carmen Wallace. Blocked by Carl Albert, and tip sent over by Macarthur. On the outside, Kaylee Stewart. Oh, Carmen Wallace with the dig, but it's too tight, and I think we had a miscommunication. MacArthur calls their final timeout of the set.
They call a timeout. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Billingsley Ford, we pride ourselves on the integrity and transparency of our pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. As your hometown Ford dealer, that's the way it should be.
I'm Grant Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way.
Bring home the win at Billingsley Hyundai with huge savings every day from our massive inventory of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Come by today and see how we can help find a winning deal for you with America's best warranty. Now that's the Billingsley way.
We are the Oklahoma Sports Network, leader in sports, starting another high school football season, 9th year. And we've got 12 teams on the network, and we've got a great one here.
Ooh, a service eve error for MacArthur. Gives that point back to Carl Albert. So Carl Albert looking to close out this fourth set.
Yeah, to try to tie up the sets at 2 apiece and go to that final one.
On the outside. Great shot down the line from MacArthur and gives them that point.
Lady Highlanders not going away just quite yet.
No.
I want to try to see if they can finish it out with a 3-set advantage. Carl Albert, of course, trying to bring it to 5.
Lennox Stevenson back in for MacArthur at the net. And over to the right side. Oh. Tip.
Oh, found that spot.
Yep, Kaylee Stewart tip right in the middle of the court.
Now we got so set point for the Lady Titans. Try to tie this one up at 2 apiece and go in the 5th and final.
Number 4 libero Caitlin Maybe back to serve. MacArthur trying to answer back with that tip, but Carl Albert picked it up, sends a free ball over the net. Audrey Ferguson on the right side. And tight set, but Kaylee Stewart's able to get it over. And Lennox Stevenson, with a net violation.
She went underneath.
Her hand right into the net for a violation. So Carl Albert takes that 4th set.
So if you had plans to go anywhere, don't go anywhere because we haven't decided this one. It's all tied up at 2 sets apiece. So the 5th and final one coming up next right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you prepared for summer? We are.
Keep your air conditioner ready with a Miller Noble Heating and Air Maintenance Plan. We service all makes and models from Bryant, Carrier, and Lennox. Just need a repair? We can do that. Can't pay for it all at once? We offer financing plans too. Is it time to replace your old system? We offer free estimates on new systems. Click or call today and stay comfortable with Miller Noble Heating and Air.
The heart of Oklahoma, where your home isn't just a place, it's your peace. At Century Roofing, we understand the importance of protecting your peace. We're experts in roofing technology, techniques, and customer service because we care about Oklahoma and we care about you. At Century Roofing, we combine quality craftsmanship and exceptional service because your home deserves the best. Century Roofing, staying on guard for Oklahoma.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind, providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle. 580-357-8720.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Berries team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
All right, back to action in our fifth and final set. First one to 15 will be the winner. And we already had the quick score right out of the gate after the intermission timeout. And the Macarthur Highlanders with a 1-0 lead.
Danica Bridges back to serve. Carl Albert will send over she tried to send a roll shot, down ball into the net. So Macarthur is going to use that and go back, try to keep this serve going as long as they can. Eden Schroeder with a quick set and a hit, and Brianni Kimbrough with a tip. Kaylee Stewart on the outside, down ball sent over. Ileana on the outside for Macarthur. Back to Kaylee Stewart on the outside. Back on the outside to Ileana, and a hitting error.
Too much.
Both teams going.
A little bit of adrenaline, too much in there. Yeah.
Back and forth to their outsides. Mia Hughes on the outside. And a big block by Mia Hughes and Brianni Kimbrough.
That was the shot you could hear across, a big thud. You know, you like that big ball block right there.
J.C. Richard in on the outside, and Kayla Sestosa back to serve.
Great varsity action here at the Macarthur Gym.
Great pass from Kaylee Stewart, and Eden Schroeder with the kill on the right side.
Why not go back and forth, right? First one to 15 here in the fifth and final set.
Yeah, right here. This is when, Macarthur's going to need to get out of this serve receive right here. Let's see. We have Brianni Kimbrough. Oh, blocked, and let's see if they can get it over.
No.
Kayla Sestosa tried to chase that ball down, but it was just a little too far away. Eden Schroeder back to serve again. J.C. Richards, sharp angle and the kill.
That's her spot. That's her her delivery, and they've not really had an answer for it.
No, yeah. She is usually that sharp angle or down the line. Brianni Kimbrough back to serve. Tight pass. Free ball sent over by Kaylee Stewart. And, Lennox Stevenson tries to get the kill, gets blocked. Deep corner push by Kaylee Stewart. She finds that hole in those deep corners. That was a great push.
All tied up at 4 apiece in the 5th and final set here at the Macarthur Gym. The Lady Titans and the Lady Highlanders.
Uh-oh.
What we got here?
Well, looks like somewhere in that rally, some glasses were broke, so it looks like Lennox Stevenson.
A little bit of a.
So she had some broken glasses. She put
stuff,
them over on the bench and moving on.
Gotcha.
Great pass by Kayla Sestosa. Lennox Stevenson with a quick hit, and Carl Albert cannot pick it up.
Got a long way to go in this one yet.
Elena Burke.
Felt that real
back in front row.
Nervousness yet when it gets to that 12 or 13 point range.
Right. Mia Hughes with the serve. Great pass by Kaylee Stewart, and they'll set her in the back row, and it's out.
Hometown crowd let them know it was out. And the serve.
Kaylee Stewart with the pass, and a tip from the right side. Number 3, Kristen Stozer, will go on the outside, and a hitting error for number 3, Kristen Stozer on the outside. That'll give Macarthur. Now they're on a 3-point run.
Good little stretch. Lady Highlanders trying to close it out here at home. Both these teams have split when they've seen each other 2 times.
Great pass from Kaylee.
Nice save.
And right side, Elena Burke with the attack. And right side, hitting error for Carl Albert. Point MacArthur.
Now they get what you said was helpful, get the home crowd into it, kind of get these girls up on a high and let them sail over the top.
It does definitely help the energy and intensity on the court when you hear it in the crowd. Great pass from Kaylee Stewart. Number 12 on the outside with an attack. Number 7, J.C. Richard, cross-court shot picked up by Kaylee Stewart. And number 12 with a roll shot on the right side. Mia Hughes tries to send it over on 2, but Libero picks it up. And roll shot by Kaylee Stewart. But it is picked up by Mia Hughes. Right side attack. And sent over by MacArthur. Mia Hughes chased down by Kayla in that deep corner. Little miscommunication by the hitters, but she was able to get it over. Number 8, Cherish Watson found that tip spot.
Great volley. They really kept it going for a long time. Carl Albert got the point, and now the serve.
Both teams really starting to make those defensive hustle plays. Elena Burke goes for the short tip, and a dig error on Carl Albert gives MacArthur the ball back.
5th and final set. 1st to 15 wins.
Number 8, Allie Gordon going back to serve. Libero, number 4, Caitlin with a great pass. Outside, Kaylee Stewart. Libero, number 3, Carmen with a back row attack. And blocked. Blocked. That is Lennox Stevenson and Eliana on the block.
Timeout called. So as they take it, we'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your health, you want and deserve the best. You want a hospital with the highest quality scores in the region and one that provides safe, excellent care. Southwestern Medical Center has been a part of this community for 115 years and has a history of delivering compassionate, skilled health care to Lawton and Fort Sill. Choose the hospital that has always put the health of this community first. Southwestern Medical Center. Be well. Live well. That's why we're here.
All right, so back to action here after the quick timeout by Carl Albert. I don't know what the buzzer was. I think that they had that kind of time thing, but
I think they didn't stop the clock after the timeout.
Okay.
And so, yeah, the play was already over, but because of the buzzer, the refs are just going to call a replay to
call that over. Okay.
I mean, they're doing a replay
confusion.
just to kind of.
All right. Make it fair.
Yes, so that in case someone was distracted.
Sure.
All right, Ileana in with a deep push. To the right side, Elena Burke with a tip. Oh, and into the donut. Carl Albert defense was not ready for that.
Not quite yet. I'm not going to say anything yet, but, just keep it going, the momentum.
Allie Gordon back to serve.
Lady Titans know what it's like to make a
Kaylee
comeback.
Stewart with a great pass. They'll go back to her on the outside, and that ball is out of bounds.
Well, Lady Highlanders can sense it now a little bit. You can see the enthusiasm on their face. They'd love to get that. This kind of went 1-1 when they played twice so far this year.
That was could have possibly been a double contact, but refs didn't call it. Oh, Lennox Stevenson. And they're both at the net, but she's able to get that in between number 11. Like I said, number 11 just kind of a little bit off on that timing, but that was a great attack from both teams at that net. Setter dumps it over. Carmen Wallace picks it
awesome.
up. And Ileana on the outside with a quick tip.
So here it is. Match and set point. Could be here for the Highlanders.
Macarthur has definitely dominated this fifth set. On the outside to Kaylee Stewart, dug by Carmen Wallace, back on our outside number 4. Elena Burke, number 5. She tries to go for a block. It hits the tape, comes back down. Ref calls this 2 double contact. Libero, number 4, Caitlin Mabey with the serve. Elena Burke with the attack. Pushed into the deep corner. Great spot. On the outside, number 4 for Macarthur. Dug up and back to Kaylee Stewart on the outside. Outside, number 4 again for Macarthur, and it is hit out of bounds.
Hold your horses yet. Don't celebrate quite yet. 14-7 in set 5. First to 15. Carl Albert with the serve.
Number 4, Caitlin Mabey. To outside. Carl Albert with a dig error, and that's Macarthur's game.
That's it. And the Lady Highlanders take it in the 5th set, 15-7. What an incredible match between these two.
Yeah, definitely an exciting game. I mean, we knew coming in it was going to be a great matchup. Like I said, both of these schools have been top 10 teams that, gone to the state tournament in the last few years. So great play by both teams.
Yeah, so it's an incredible, and Kat, I want to thank you for riding along with us. We're supposed to schedule something on the 23rd, but just be watching on social media where we go and find out what we do because we like to bring volleyball action with you. And, it was a fun run. You make it exciting. And I kind of deliberately picked this not only because both teams are in our network, but both teams are quality programs.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good volleyball.
Yes, it is. It is.
So it didn't force right there, so it was an opportunity right there for the Highlanders to come out and take the advantage 3-2 for that fifth and final set, and 15-7 was your final score. Lawton High and Enid still in action. They're about halftime or so you can have second half action. Don't forget, we've got 12 schools in the network and 11 games played tomorrow. 6:30 for pregame, 7 o'clock. To join us. You can down us on Roku, follow us on Facebook, on YouTube. For Kat Shelton, this is Eric Sharon bidding you a pleasant good evening. Lady Highlanders in 5 sets over the Carl Albert Lady Titans. You've been watching a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network. Well, it's another year for high school football in the Macarthur Highlanders. What year?
Lawton Community Health Center's high-quality health care is convenient to wherever you are in the region. We're here for you, whether it's our main clinic on Southwest Lee Boulevard or any of our other locations in Lawton. LCHC has additional clinics in Marlow, Comanche, Cache, Medicine Park, Apache, Elgin, and Burns Flat, with more on the way. Enjoy peace of mind knowing quality care from experienced providers is always available. LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. We also provide residential trash services for Lawton's outlying communities. We've got a solution for small businesses, contractors, construction companies, and everybody in between. We're a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
Clothes nowadays are so expensive. And no matter how good a sale is, you still walk out spending hundreds on barely anything. Goodwill is the place to go. We have a wide variety of affordable clothing for all ages. To help you save, we have weekly specials from half off to 99-cent items. Make sure to check out our colors of the week before you start shopping to get more for less. Save at your local Goodwill today.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.